So, good evening, everyone. My name is
Good
Nabila.
evening.
My name is Nabila Alfia Jasmine, and today, in this special occasion, I would like to um, give you some information regarding to our topic, studying from home. So, let me introduce myself again. My name is Nabila Alfia Jasmine. Here, I am on behalf on one of education organization that really wants to invite you to a discussion with our topic studying from home. So first of all, I really want to say thank you for all of you that joining our discussion today. And then without further more excuse, let's start. So the first one is about the decision. I'm pretty sure that all of you know this guy, right? You guys know that Nadiem Makarim is Indonesian Education and Culture Minister, and I got this from the CNN Indonesian News on Monday, 5th June 2020, that there is a four decision about the schools and also colleges. First, schools in orange, yellow, and red zone are prohibited or forbidden to hold offline class. So it is for like healthy issues, and because if they really want to um help an offline class, it's I think it's really risky because I've ever read an article that in France, when the first public school opened, there were already 240 students that got infected by the coronavirus after the school was opened. So I think in here, Nadiem Makarim, as a minister, already made a good decision for our health. Yeah. And the second, the schools in green zone is allowed to do so. In here, to do so means they can hold an an online or offline class, but it also depend on the situation and the circumstances. Please take a note then in here the green zone in here that allowed to open the offline class is the school which is senior high school. So for like junior high school or elementary school, they were not allowed yet to do so. And then the third decision is all teaching activities in universities around Indonesia will start on August, but unfortunately it will hold in e-learning or online mechanism. So uh, a lot of I think all of the university and also institution they will hold e-learning based on Indonesian education minister. So let's I really want to open the question and answer or our discussion based on the decision. Maybe it will be start from Atus first. So Atus, what do you think about the decision of Nadiem Makarim? Do you think that it is right or it is proper or not? Please give me your opinion.
Yes, thanks for the time. So my name is Maratu Soliha, and now I want to give my opinion about this situation. Actually, this is the good decision from Nadiem Makarim, but according to my opinion, we are as student, we also have we also have the same,
Portion maybe the same right.
yeah, the same right as the society, because we are all know that like mall and then cafe and the other place is open, and why the university like Universitas Airlangga or maybe another university in orange zone or maybe in green zone, they have limited access to join the class offline, because we are as a student in the college, we have like a big problem if we use online class. As like me, I'm from village and we have a limited access to internet, so we are really uh, we are do hard. We are I mean we need more.
Effort
We need more
to
yeah
you need
effort
more effort.
to join the class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that maybe
like that.
there is a one of the difficulty of being live far from downtown is because the signal itself. I mean, there is a
Yes,
not many provider can provide a good signal when it is located far from downtown.
in the
That's your
village.
point, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's my
maybe
point.
maybe the other friends or the other students from Ulum or Nilna first, you can use your time to express your opinion regarding to the decision of Nadiem Makarim, or maybe you want to add some comments to Atus statement, please. From Ulum or Nilna first, maybe Nilna.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you for the time. So yeah, if we see the realita, online class is not effective because when I see my experience, I cannot understand what the lectures say because sometimes I got the trouble in my internet
uh,
connection. But if we do the offline classes, is I think it's impossible because yeah, everybody can be the carrier of the COVID-19.
yeah,
And college student is from anywhere. I mean, they live in Jakarta, in the places that have a large
they have a large what?
the people affected
Oh,
the HIV. Yeah, so if we do the offline classes, I think they can be the carrier of that of COVID-19. So it's impossible to do the offline classes.
yep.
So it's
Okay,
opinion.
so let me sum up your comments. Maybe you are in the kind of a confused between your agree or disagree because both of this option has a minuses and pluses. But I do agree in your opinion that state it is really impossible to help of an
Yeah,
offline class
but
right now because everyone can be a carrier, or maybe like all of you guys, like three of you, you're from far from downtown, you're far from Surabaya, and when you come to Surabaya, it is not impossible for all of you got infected by the others, such as like me, or maybe the other student that already live in here in Surabaya, because as you know, in the news and article there are a lot of people or a lot of news that told that Surabaya was a black zone. I said was because it was like a, I don't know the condition right now. Is it still black or turns into yet into red?
yeah,
So
all of the regulation have positive and negative
yeah,
impact.
I do agree. So maybe last from Ulum, you want to add something from decision of Nadiem Makarim, or maybe from your the two of your friends. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
First, I'm agree with Mr. Nadiem Makarim decision, and I also agree with the Nilna statement that it's impossible to make offline class right now because the pandemic. But I want to add something that Atus say about we have same right as the mall or cafe that open, but our university or our school it's closed. I think it's not about the same subject, same object, or something else, because I think it's related about the economic, and we are about the uh,
Education sector.
yeah, education. But overall, in my personal opinion, I agree with this decision, and I also enjoy about this situation. I'm right now as an online class because I have more time with myself, and I don't have to come to the university with the yeah. something like that.
So it is like more efficient in your time, and also you
Yeah,
have like a
yeah.
more leisure time maybe to explore the material from our lecture, something like that.
Oh yeah,
Your point.
I just want to add again.
Yeah.
I also agree with the probably a difficulty that Atus said about the signal. Yeah, I have to admire it too. So it's like the positive and negative impact.
Yep. I see. So
Yes, Ulum.
Thank you.
May I answer
yeah,
Ulum's
yeah, you
opinion?
can. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
answer your
thank you.
ulum opinion.
Actually, I agree with you, Ulum. If you talk about mall and then cafe and then maybe market, that they are right in economic, right? But we are a student, we are in education. But I think about our friends in the last semester. If they do research, I think they are really hard and they need more effort to do their thesis, because me as maybe a newest student, if I do like research and we use online observation, or maybe we only use internet and data from internet, it is really hard and really difficult for us to support our thesis. So I think, yes, Nadiem Makarim as our minister to raising about uh, the latest student in university, because not only talk about economic, but education is is really important as the economic, because if we want to think about the latest student, or maybe a fresh graduate from university, or maybe from school, senior high school, I think they are really stressed because they need a job, like
Yeah,
there are a lot of jobless now, instead of uh, people who are from got fired from their first job, like that. Or maybe you can share your opinion from my opinion, guys.
Yeah, may I add something? I think Indonesia you have this regulation because they look from South Korea, because in around May, South Korea uh, in
Go
around
on,
May,
go on.
South Korea open
go on.
the school again and do the offline classes. But in 2 weeks, there are second waves, and there are many people who affected the COVID-19. So I think Indonesia look from that situation, or look from that what happened in Korea, I think.
Yeah, I do agree with Nilna. Just like I said before, there is a case in France where there are like 240 students of elementary school got infected after the first week of their offline classes. So it's really risky because not every healthy people with healthy condition, they are not. It doesn't mean that they are not the carrier, but I think that is the that is the the creepy thing when we meet people that really in the good health or healthy conditions, something like that, but they don't, they don't show the symptoms, but they're also a carrier. And also our lecture itself, there are the many ages, from the old until the young, but the majority is the old people that being our lecture. So yeah, I think little bit risky to take a offline classes. So guys, maybe can we do a little bit forward to the next slide, and then we can conclude it all of your our discussion in the maybe in the last slide. What do you think? I think I will just go on, and
Yes.
then this is like the from Gugus Tugas perspective. there is like only 6% of students in Indonesia that allowed to attend the school in the next semester. So only 6% from 100. And then this obligation only refers to the senior high school with the final judgment from the parents. So they allow the senior high school in the green zone to open, but it is the final judgment from the parents. If the parents already say like maybe a green light for their children to go to school, that's okay. But if is they don't get that kind of green light, the students it is allowed to be absent. And then gugus tugas has a function to do proper and fit tests for school which want to open. And the last, gugus tugas will coordinate with education and culture ministry for the new protocols that will be applied in the school. So I think in this kind of fit proper and fit test, there's like some criteria for a school that really want to help uh, offline class, and also there is some protocol that have to be applied on that school. So there is like a lot of pro and con, such as many of our institution that really want to um, agree with the Nadim statement, and there is a con here that University BEMS urged Nadim to cut the tuition than the COVID. But I'm pretty sure that we already know that a lot of school or maybe our college that hold a program to cut off the tuition. Yeah, and this is the solving. So maybe any one of you that really want to um, maybe give a comment regarding to this case. You guys only have 3 minutes for this. Maybe start from Ulum.
Okay, my comment is for the cut of the intuition fee.
Mhm.
Regarding to my friend's experience, he's happy with this regulation for the his university, but I think it's not about it's not all the university apply this regulation. I think because some of my friend talk about he he don't get the cut off of the fee. So I think it's not uh, all
It
the
is not,
university.
and it is also not suitable too much because not
Yeah,
every college. Okay,
yeah.
maybe from Nilna. Okay, thank you so much, Ulum, for your aspiration. So maybe start from Atus. The next is Atus. Atus, will you like add some comment or maybe share your thought regarding this case? Please, Atus, time
Okay.
is yours.
Yes. Thank you, Nabila, from the time. Actually, I agree with Ulum's opinion that the cost fee from university is the cut fee to university is not spread uh, evenly
All over.
for all over university in Indonesia. So maybe I want to give like suggestion to our Minister
Education.
Education, Mr. Nadiem Makarim. Maybe he will give regulation from all university to they must give uh, cut fee for our university, all of university, not only in one or two university, but all university. And I want to again talk about the student in the last semester. If they pay the cost fee for the university is like really not fair because they don't use the facility from the university. They don't use Wi-Fi. Then they don't enter in the class. And why they must pay the cost fee if they don't use the if the why they must pay the cost fee for the university if they don't use if they don't get the facility for the university. So that's all my opinion from this case. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Atus. Maybe the last one is from Nilna. Thank you, Atus. Start from you, Nilna.
Okay, according to what happened in my family, my father, who worked as a seller, experienced several disorder due this pandemic because there any economical problem in my family. So Nadiem Makarim has have decision to to cut the UKT in all of the universities. So because of the regulation, I think all of the university will do it. I think Nadiem Makarim have to give the punishment to the university who would not cut the UKT because yeah because this regulation have to spread in all of the universities, so all of the students in Indonesia have the fear from this regulation, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
So let
Sorry,
me.
I agree
Uh-huh.
with
Let's go.
Nilna. I
Uh-huh.
agree with Nilna because not all family have the same economic condition.
Yep.
Hmm.
So maybe I can sum up from your opinion, your thought, your aspiration that maybe Nadiem Makarim has to more be vocal on this case because it is like I think every family has this condition because all of the economic, all of the um what is the value or the stock is getting down. Even the rupiah's value is getting down. So yeah, I do agree with you guys that maybe Nadiem Makarim has to um validate this program. So at the discussion, I just want to give you a tips and trick from the education organization. So I'm here stand behave on the education organization, and I do agree that maybe online classes can be effective, but depends on the three. First is a good and proper tool. Second is mutual understanding between the lecturer and the student, and third, maybe we have to change the mindset, and so does our lecture. So there is like something like mutual agreement, or maybe they have to know each other vision, not only us that really want to get knowledge, but the lecture has to be, I think, more critics and more prepared to prepare and provide their material to you guys. So yeah, I hope nanti di skip ya. So yeah, thank you so much guys for your time, for your thought. Those thoughts are really beautiful for our development. So I do hope that all of you in a good health, in a good care, and see you guys on the sixth semester. Bye
So, see
bye. I'm
you
Nabila
semester.
Olivia signing
See
out.
you. See you. See you.
Bye. Thank you guys.